Speedway. Here you are looking at some of the drivers in the field. Angel, I need you to back out. As well as Monster Racing, if you can hear me, I need you to back out. What?
I said Noco does have a racing bike.
Actually, is Monster... I think Monster's in this series. I don't know why I'm telling him to back out. Alright, so we're going to get the timer started. I think I started it. Yep. So we got 14 drivers getting ready to go 7 wide, Fast and Furious. The pole sitter is Deadpool.
I was actually talking to Deadpool, and this is probably going to be his last race on Giggity for season 4.5.
Also his first race.
Hey, there you go. First and last. Making a bang.
We may get joined by Mr. Noco himself, ladies and gentlemen. Still uncertain about that. 3 seconds on the clock. 2, 1. I have backed out. I'm going to blue screen and get back in there. And here we go.
Money Mike made it home in time.
What happened? Matty Ice was in there. Now I don't see Matty Ice in the lobby.
He's definitely not in the lobby. Loading in here.
There you go. Green flag.
Deadpool in the 42 is your leader. Follow with Pottles on the outside in the 98. They're spreading out 2, 3, 4 wide.
It's 51 and 7 is there in second. You got
Pottles in the 98 in third. Can't tell.
2. Dash for Cash is in 2.
Not sure why he's in the 2. That should be. Nope. Yeah, that should be Timex car in the 2. I don't know why he's in that car. I might be wrong. I actually think Dash for Cash did drive the 2 one night, so I'm uncertain about that.
We got No Shift in the 11. We got Dark Knight in the 5. Coco Money Mike running up in the mid pack in that 08 as we're flipping through, checking out some random drivers here as Noco sneaks in the booth.
Boy.
Got D. Smith in that 19 trying to push his way on the outside with them guys trying to make a run as the 2 and 98 make a little bit of contact coming off 4.
3 wide for second place. They were 3 wide for the lead, but Deadpool was able to hold on. Dash for Cash in the 2. Looks like he's got the line. Pottles in a horrible spot. They're holding it well, this 3 wide, but being in the middle is definitely difficult, especially early on with the cold tires. But she able to drop to the inside, gets below the 2 of Dash for Cash. She is now in second place, and here comes her teammate, the 22 of Trinity Beast Mode, trying to get to the inside of the 51 now.
It's also No Shift Pedal right there in 5th, pushing that outside line right in front of D. Smith. There's, we know this field is packed with fast drivers.
They're not slow. Yep, that's facts. Did Noco make it? Is Noco in the booth?
Yeah, he's in here.
Oh, hi Noco.
What's up, guys?
He's here.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, just checking out a good race.
There's definitely good racing here. There's a 2, 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way back through here. These guys are side by side coming down this back stretch, carrying a buttload of speed down in the 3, especially with these customs. Getting that draft, you're easily pushing 200 in these corners all day.
Yeah. I don't know the speeds they're running, actually. I probably should have maybe checked on that.
About 202.
riding along here with the 51 of Acceptance, simply because he's in the midst of all this battling going on. We've got a few cars that have fallen back in the back. Here comes the 20 of that's Flirt with Disaster. The 11 is No Pit Pendle. Trinity goes in hard, drifts up. Here comes the 23 of Nuka Bob Quantum. All of this happening while Deadpool walking away. Acceptance into the wall. Now keep in mind, guys, there is damage in the Custom Xfinity, so without a caution, that's going to be a big problem for these drivers.
All these drivers do a good job of avoiding them and making it by. That definitely is going to cause some issues for him this first stage.
Yeah, luckily they will have to make a pit stop during this stage, and I'm believing that when they do, he'll probably not fix the damage yet. Just get out there, kind of ride around.
I think he's fixing the damage. He's already on pit road, guys.
Ooh. If you hit hard enough, you'll get that engine damage that'll cause you to have to pit, you know, because otherwise you won't be able to be running around at race speed. So that's unfortunate for the 11. Happened last week at Canadian Tire. He was involved in an incident in stage 3 that cost him his chance of racing. Luckily for him, this is stage 1. There's still plenty of time to come back. Over to you, Noko. Who are you watching?
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing these guys fan out now, and you know that's something we really wanted to see last night and in a couple other races we've seen here. So it's good to see these guys really given a lot of room. It really provides a good race when you got a lot of space in between other cars. I'm just really scrolling through the field right now, checking out guys' different lines and seeing who's tight, who's loose. Oh, it looks like someone kind of lost it there off too.
98.
That's the Pottles.
Yep. You know, you're going to see a lot of that tonight, is that loose off turn 2, especially off turn 2. When you got a car, really upsets the rear end of the car. When you got somebody running on the left or a quarter panel, it just takes the air off the spoiler and just makes the rear end really light.
It definitely does. It looks like Deadpool's definitely going to have the car to beat here in this first stage. He qualified the pole, and he's out here running strong in front of this pack with the 2 trying to close in on with the draft, and the 20 also close in tow.
Yeah, right now it's a definite 5-car breakaway here in stage 1. Looks like you got a 3-car pack from 6th. Looks like that's 6th, 7th, and 8th. And I do know there's no fuel savings in stage 1. Are we correct?
No fuel saving. They automatically are going to have to pit. Stage 2, they're going to have to save fuel, or they can save fuel to try to make it to the end without pitting. Yes.
Oh, we got some takers on pit road. The 22's coming down.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to want to just split it right in half. That's what I would probably do here. You know that you have to pit. There's no reason to run it out and have those slow lap times at the end of your fuel strategy. But it is only 15 laps, so I'd assume we're about 6-7 laps in, which it would be splitting it right about in half.
Right.
As the 2 and the 20 both make it past the 42, they're both signaling that they're going to come down and pit this time by 2.
Yeah, that's intriguing to me. I'm surprised Deadpool gave up the bottom when they signified that they were going to pit. If it was me, I probably would have tried to hold the bottom. But again, to each their own. Deadpool stays on the outside, stays on the track. 23 and Nuka Bob also into pit road.
He had an amazing time to get on pit road. He got past the 20.
The 20 past the 20 on pit road. I heard it here.
The 2. The 20 got by the 2, I think is what he meant to say.
The 2. I mean, the 20 past the 2. I was trying to figure out who it was.
That was awesome. Sorry, I had to say it.
No, I would have done the same thing.
Right now, I'm right on board the 11 of No Shift Pendle. It looks like he's already made his pit stop, and he's in traffic right now, merging on with the guys that just came off on their stop. So it's going to cycle through. It's going to be interesting to see if Pendle can regain that track position and put himself in position to maybe get that win here at the end.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be tough for him, though, because with the repairs of that damage, we don't know exactly how long he got stuck on that pit lane having to repair.
Deadpool on pit road now, your leader. Unfortunately, without an in-race reporter, this would be difficult to see what's going on. Luckily, Barry Springer is, or Dark Knight is live streaming his own view.
Hey, there you go.
Looks like the 42 is still the leader. He's on pit road right now, though.
Pendo coming back down for another pit stop, guys.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely going to lose a lap there, I would assume. You might just top off here. If I was him, I'd probably just take a quick splash and go, get enough fuel. Hope your tires will last after already having to pit and repair the damage. We shall soon see though. And now the 2 is on the track. Or the leader, I mean. Sorry. Of course he's on the track.
He's definitely taking more responsibility, guys. He took 2 tires of fuel. Definitely not going to
Let's see. In the point section over here, we have Dark Knight in the lead, followed by New Kebab and D Smith are your top 3. So those guys all trying to run the 2 and the 20. Let's see. Out of those 2, they're actually in a heated battle for 6th place. Dash for Cash has 83 points and Flirt has 81. So these stage points will be huge for them.
Oh, 20 is going underneath the inside of the 2.
Flirt's faster, man. We saw it in last season Giggity Custom Xfinity race. So him, Dark Knight, there was like 3 or 4 of them really ran away from the front of the field.
Over to you, Delgato. Oh, sorry, Noko. Yeah, they are side by side now for the lead. The 20 trying to get below the 2. The 2 has that little bit of damage on the front end from that incident with the 51. Over to you, Delgato. What are you watching right now?
I'm watching Flirt trying to make his pass on the 2. I'm impressed with the 2 car, how he's able to make that upper line work so far. I know I've been practicing on the custom. I had Mawbear teach me some custom setups. Or I think it was Mawbear, I'm pretty sure. Mawbear. One of those 2. And yeah, these guys are making it look easy. I struggled with it, but
Well, that middle lane is definitely the preferred lane. If you can get somebody down there that you can trust that won't wash up on you, that middle groove actually has a lot of speed. It's not only going to save the right front tire, but it's going to give you a lot of momentum coming off the corner. So you want to run that bottom maybe on the restarts for a few laps, but after that you want to kind of try to migrate maybe a half lane to a lane up, and it just really saves that right front tire.
I do have a question. Do you think maybe on entry, try running 3-4 lanes up and kind of cut down? Do you think that will kind of maybe give you some speed or help tires or whatever?
Yeah, definitely. When you back the corner up here at Auto Club, you want to try to be as close to the wall as possible on entry, unless obviously you're blocking for position, or if you got a car on your outside, you can't do that. But you definitely want to take the highest arc possible, get in the corners. It's going to give you a really good launch off.
I believe we're coming to 2 to go this time.
42's Papa's front 2 is not 3-car battle for the first.
Yeah, Deadpool's definitely got a strong car in that 42, but with the side-by-side action that we've seen between the 20 and the 2, neither one of them were able to get their fast line in, so the 42 is able to catch them. He is your pole sitter, and he's looking strong here at the the ending stage of stage 1 here.
So you can see Deadpool's using that upper groove, and it's really giving him a lot of momentum down the straightaway. It's just you're making that straightaway longer by running that upper groove, because it's just less wheel into it.
They're coming to the white flag this time back of stage 1.
This is going to be tight down here going into 1 and 2 as Deadpool is all over the bumper of the 20 of Flirt.
And even though those are both Toyotas, they are not teammates.
Facts.
That is NRG's team, the Canuck team, and Dash for Cash, I believe, drives the No Shift Pendle team, NPP.
Yeah, No Shift Pendle, that's correct.
Oh, it's going to get underneath them. Oh, the 2 car, send it.
3 wide, coming off of 4 for the win of stage 1.
That's a full send.
It looks like Deadpool will be your stage 1 winner.
Looks like we have problems with the backstretch. It looks like the 1 car, he lost it coming down on the final lap here. He's parked on the inside.
Doc Fu is in the 1. Trying to get a rundown of our top 5 here.
Got heavy damage on that 1 machine.
Sepul's coming out of 4. It looks like he lost it getting ready to come across start finish lines. He's got even more damage on that 58 car.
So our top 5 was Doc Fu, Flirt with Disaster, Dash for Cash, Nuka Bob, and Trinity Beast Mode.
Where did the one come from?
The one wrecked, remember? He wasn't in there.
Well, you said Doc Fu, so haha.
Did I say Doc Fu?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It's Deadpool.
Yep, whoops. Deadpool, Flirt, Dash for Cash, Nuka Bob, and Trinity. I guess Doc Fu was on my brain when I was watching his car wrecking. Deadpool gonna lead us off into stage 2, just as he did in stage 1 with Flirt with Disaster on the outside, and here comes Nuka Bob starting in 3rd this run. So Dash for Cash probably fixed that damage that he had on the car, but looks like just a short amount of time as he still comes out in front of Trinity.
Yeah, you can tell these guys, the aerodynamics are key, especially for this track. That
2x2.
draft is so heavy.
Ooh, a little swirly there mid-pack. It's really hard to hold your line. There's so much air. The air is such a huge factor on these restarts, especially going into
The 98, I think, got into the 07. Sent him up the track.
I think that's the 08 spin in there.
Or 08.
Back stretch. It's the 08 of Cocoa Money Mike. Looks like he's gonna need another couple grams of cocoa after that.
I think the stage end comes and he's got time to go ahead and get that all sorted out.
It is still early, and something that we have to go over, there's a huge difference between the customs and the presets here. The customs, when you're on cold tires, they just don't handle the same as they do on a preset. You know, the preset cars are meant to be able to be handled, while the customs are usually really, really loose while the tires are cold. It takes about a half a lap to a lap to get those tires warmed up and the car start handling the way you want it to.
Oh, the 98. Oh,
98 was...
What?
Yeah, 98 was bobbling in and out there, and then contact was made. She ended up down below the apron, but she's back on the track going pretty good. 51 and 5 make contact. 51 and 23 make contact. 51 is now into the apron, spinning, comes back up, collects the 07 and the 11. I'm assuming that to bring out a caution. We shall soon see.
Caution?
I do not see a caution.
20 and 42 are still battling hard up here for the lead, guys. That is definitely not going to be nothing.
Yeah, that was that's really unfortunate there. I really hope they get that fixed for NASCAR E5.
Well, luckily for them drivers, we do still have the end of the second stage. Oh, there's a bunch of bouncing.
98.
Yeah, the ones around smashed in front end again.
Not sure what happened there. It's a little odd on my screen.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell if it looked like 5 got bounced around in the middle, and that's tough. Let's go back and see if we can look at that replay.
Some of the changes for E5 is going to be that new live ticker for broadcast, so that's going to be really cool to be able to see exactly where other drivers are in their respectable positions. And there's going to be different camera angles too, from what I've gathered in some of the gameplay footage, so that's going to be really good for a lot of the broadcasters and league racing itself. So shout out to them. Finally, they're going to get it right after 4 or 5 games when you get a better broadcast mode. But it looks like the 42 and the 20 right now, they're just pulling away.
Yeah, 42.
They got them locked up, and it looks like they're just pulling away.
We're doing a lot of practice with 42 here, man. This track right here is just super quick.
Yeah, that 20 Flirt's doing a really good job staying with that 42, though. Getting the pole, we know that Deadpool's really fast. Flirt with Disaster in that 20 is staying right on his tail right now, so at this point in time, it's either one of their races. Let's see, I have Dark Knight stuff pulled up here. They have 9 laps remaining and estimated fuel about 5 or 6 laps, depending on your gear ratio.
Like
so
you got a couple takers right now. It looks like the 22, 23 signaling. I'm not sure if the guys in front are going to be fitting up.
I went back and checked that replay, and the 5 definitely got loose coming off the corner, and that's what happened. Is he was sideways coming off the corner, got into the 98, and shot him back up the track into the 1.
So the 22 did pit, the 23 is still on track. Coco Money Mike, unfortunately, back here with lots of damage on the front end of that '08 Chevy car. Monster Racing. Yeah, sorry, Flirt looks like he has signified that he's going to go down into pit road. He did this last time, got the lead. Deadpool did the same thing, lifted up, apparently for no contact there. I like it. Early stop for the 20 should give him the lead when they come off of pit road. But the fresh tires that the 42 will have should give him the faster laps towards the end of the stage.
Did you say this stage also you might be able to make it on fuel? So.
Yeah, I didn't see any fuel conservation there from either of those guys as they pulled away from the rest of the field. So I'm not going to go with that. They're trying to save fuel.
Oh no, not with them guys. I was just thinking maybe like Money Mike or somebody that got an incident early on in the stage that might be able to conserve their way to a stage win.
Yeah, sorry, Tom Hort. No, I wasn't watching the our broadcast, as I have to keep watching Dark Knight so that we can have an accurate lap count up here. And these guys are definitely fanned out right now. I can't tell you who the leader is as Dark Knight is on pit road, so I can't quite tell. I would assume it's going to cycle back to the 20, but the 2 just went around him. The 2 was running around in the top 5, so maybe the 2 got by him. Oh, 42 hasn't pitted yet?
I think he has. Fisher still leading.
I am seeing the 42 still as the leader. That is accurate.
I get him right at most of my guys.
Deadpool on pit road. So again, with the Pottles in the 98. So 51 also on pit road. Let's see. Again, I'm going to assume this is going to cycle out to the 20. But I think that once Deadpool comes out, I think that he's going to be catching that 20 car very fast. But yeah, I still... Dash for Cash is still in front of the 20 though, so I'm intrigued that maybe he did like a 2-tire stop or no tires maybe?
He came in a couple laps earlier, those guys. But yeah, he could have took 2 tires though.
I'm watching him right now in the pits. It looks like he's still there. I think he's going to take 2 tires. Well, no. I think that was 4, yeah. Definitely think that was a 4-tire stop.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see on if this changes. Looks like I think the '08 Coco Money Mike is our leader right now. I wonder if he went into fuel conservation mode after he had that incident.
I might be 2 for 2 this stage.
Let's see, I'll try to get you a lap count this time. We have 5 laps remaining in the stage, so Money Mike is on pit road now, coming to 4 to go. He hit pit road.
Deadpool did lose a lot of time though, staying out.
Yeah, that's to be expected. But he did catch those guys earlier when they were racing side by side. So I'm still the 22 right now is the leader, and the 22 has pit. We watched him go down to pit road early. So Trinity Beast mode, using some strategy to take the lead. He's right in front of the 2 car. With some damage on the front. Yeah, he's got some damage on the front. I'd assume he did no tires. Maybe just trying to get some stage points. Let's see. They should be coming to... Should have just passed 3 to go.
3 to go.
Yeah, 3 to go right now. Dash for Cash. Trinity in the lead, Dash for Cash, followed by Flirt with Disaster, and don't count out Deadpool. He is pretty far back, but he does have the fresher tires.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make up that much ground on him in 3 laps.
I think it's all going to depend on... Yeah, I think it's all going to depend on how racy these top 3 get in front of him.
He is coming. He's made up a lot of ground in the last half a lap, so it's possible, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get there. It's going to be close. You can see he puts those left sides right on the apron. It really helps the car turn on fresh tires if you can get those left sides just a little bit below that white line.
Oh, absolutely.
42's getting a draft out from 20, so he's going to peel down below 22, so he's going to have a chance to catch these 2 leaders.
Yeah, that apron, to Noko, your point, that apron actually kind of just helps turn the car. Like, it almost does half the turning for you without much wheel input. As here comes the 20 trying to get below the 2 here, the 2 drifts down, puts a little bit of a block on him.
He could use his lap traffic, or his lap car to pick. he can. Oh no, never mind.
White
He's gonna
flag.
take that.
42's got to run on these guys coming off.
Yeah,
He's
the
gonna
gonna
get
Deadpool is
hot
there.
He actually caught him, man.
He's
get-
gonna
That
make it.
42 is strong.
That's that's the product of having 3 or 4 lap pressure tires too. On
Yeah.
4 times wear, it's it's no joke. Even having 1 lap pressure tires, I mean you're about a tenth and a half to 2 tenths faster than any of the cars that pitted before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
He's able
sure
to cut
where.
that.
I'm not sure where all that damage came that's on the front of the 42 right now. He might have had an error getting on pit road or something.
That's a very good possibility.
If I was a 2 car right now, I would be trying to keep that 20 in my draft and using the 20 as a pick, give it a little bit more difficult time for Deadpool to get around him here.
Yeah, they're coming off 4. This is the white flag, so this is for the stage win. The 2's up high. Here comes the 20 trying to get down below. Deadpool trying to get down below him. But it looks like Dash for Cash is going to be our stage 2 winner here.
And
I think these. Oh, you can go ahead.
I think these drivers can take some notes here on, okay, so it took him X amount of laps to catch me on 4 lap pressure tires. So this is definitely, you can take this as a mental note for later on in stage 3 on what kind of strategy you want to play on that final stop.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I feel like these guys can maybe think, hey, let's not pit early here. Let's kind of stay with, out a little bit longer for those pressure tires.
Well, this run's going to be a lot longer. I mean, we know the guys before this had 3 and 4 pit stops, so we're just going to see how much these custom gears can help these guys extend the fuel mileage here and see who can pull out what.
So we've seen the top 3. Okay. Pendle sent me the top 5. Dash for Cash.
Trinity's
Flirt would.
fourth.
Yeah, Trinity 4th, New Kebab got 5th. So it goes Dash, Flirt, Deadpool, Trinity, New Kebab, Pottles, D Smith, No Shift, Dark Knight, and Acceptness.
Money Mike will be getting the wave around and see what is the first car lap down.
All right, here we go. This is going to be for all of it. This is for all the bananas here, stage 3.
I think Booger said if you have pressure tires, you are faster.
Yeah, I mean that's your OP. You get the freshest tires, man. It's a huge advantage, but that also comes at a cost of how much track position you give up by staying out.
already
It's
at
a
the
wreck.
wall.
One car.
Doc Fu is
Doc Fu.
struggling hard in his debut here in the Custom Xfinity Series for RJ Motorsports. Up front, we have the 2 and the 20 side by side with the 42 right behind them. Same cars, same story, different lap. 98 of Pottles has moved her way back up into 4th after the spin that we seen her have earlier. And here comes the 11 of No Shift Pendle, happy to be away from all of the traffic, so maybe he can stay out of an incident here in stage 3.
Guys, there's a flag that caught the deck.
Yeah, it's definitely go time, and Pendle he's on it right now. He's got that thing locked in, and it looks like it's not gonna be long before that 11th car gets in the front here.
I really like how Pottles is really using that top line. She's getting a nice run down these long straightaways.
So we're getting some reports that the 51 is lagging extremely bad right now.
Really bad. That's what caught the one on that restart. He shot back like 4 or 5 corners.
3 wide for second. Looks like they gathered it up here. 2 is going to get on the inside of Deadpool in the 42. Dash is going to look to take that spot away. Got help on the bottom of Pendle in the 11. Oh, but the 2 kind of slides up. They're going to go 3 wide here. Looks like Pendle's going to force
Oh,
use.
the 07
No, maybe
Monster
not.
Racing
yeah.
spinning through the grass.
Other car is lagging.
That's a lag. That was
51.
Yeah.
I just told the 51 to go to the rear at least until it spreads out.
Wow.
Yeah, he's bad. Oh wow.
That's
Fortunate.
drivers. Oh wow.
Pendle's patience is running thin with that 2 car right now. He's trying to do everything he can to get by him.
Let's keep in mind that's also his driver that he's following in that 2 car. you'd assume they'd be in the same chat. You know, he might be saying, "Hey, bud, I'm a lot faster than you right now. Give me the spot and use my draft."
Oh. Yeah, the 51 is still lagging really bad. We're getting the reports it's getting worse. So hopefully he's going to be doing the good thing here and just getting out of the way of all these guys. That way it doesn't cost anybody any.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on and right around with him right now. He has gone considerably further back than the rest of the field, so You know, that's unfortunate. Sometimes all that people have to do is just drop to the rear, let it spread out a little bit, and it can fix a lot of your lag. As usually what it is your internet connection, while the resolution of all the cars being packed together usually messes with you. You hate to see that happen, unfortunately, for all the other cars that are involved, but 51 did do the right thing. He has gone far back. He's let them go, but the damage has been done to these other drivers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the 19 here, D. Smith, and he's finally made his way up into the top 5. So it's good to see him having a good run here in stage 3. Hopefully this will translate to a good points night for him, maybe even a win.
I do want to ask. You can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just what I was about to say, the 11 car was pushing his driver, the 2 car. Do you think there's an advantage of speed-wise?
The 19 and D. Smith was involved. 19 and 23, that does bring out a caution. With 34 laps remaining. So, guys, this is going to put them right at the edge of the window. This is going to put them right around after the caution is over, right around 30, 31 laps to go. We know they only get 10 laps of fuel, so if it's 30 laps, 31 laps when they go back green, do you save fuel?
Oh, definitely. I'm saving fuel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree. I just kind of getting your guys' take on it, your perspective.
I don't know how to save fuel, so...
I think if you have a a wheel with the clutch, I think you definitely do try that. But I think if you have a controller,
I think cheaters have it all made for you. You guys got a clutch.
No, I think you know, I don't want to disagree with that fact, but I also think that we see Deadpool way back here, but another huge factor of that is these guys knew all week that it was a 4x square race. You knew that you were just outside your pit window. Maybe putting a 3-gear setup in to save 4th gear just for fuel conservation would have been a good idea here. As we go back green, flirt with disaster in the 20 with the 11 of no shift pendle, who's made his way to the front, is on the outside right now, with Pottles pushing him and Dash for Cash following flirt with disaster. Does the 2 give the 11 a break and let him cut down in line? Looks like he doesn't have to, as the 11 just outright runs right behind the 20 now.
Yeah, they're side by side, 3 rows back for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. These guys are together right now, trying to get as many positions as you can while you can. Because once they get spread out, it's really hard to get any kind of positions on track.
That caution up there is really beneficial for 51 because of the cars and lag situations. They've got everybody back in here. They're able to repair their damage. This is a fresh start here.
11
for the lead.
11 looks to have the lead. Pottles makes a little contact with the 20's left rear corner panel. She's trying to get second. She drops down way down to the apron, comes back up across. 51's lag issue seems to be corrected at this point in time. Here comes the 22 of Trinity all the way to the inside. Pottles looks like she got a little loose coming off 2 and 98 way down on the apron.
Save it. Oh.
98 Rex collects the 42. Unfortunately, what happened there was with these, again, custom setups, can't talk about it enough. The 2 has a setup that can handle being on the apron. The 98 does not, so the 2 got down there, was able to hold it and still hold into 3rd, and the 98 got down there and it spun her car out.
That's just... Hey, take a look. Help this driver.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Pottles there, man. Just gotta hope that something happens here. Maybe a caution will come out, give her a chance to catch back up here. But right now, it's just the battle's heating up. You got a 5-car battle for the lead right now. Pendle's gonna give way to the 2-car. 20 still has the lead. These guys are all lined up here. It looks like you got the 19 going to the inside on the 22 of Trinity. 2-car going. 5 gives the 51 a shot there. You got the 07 rim riding, and they're gonna lose it.
Oh, they reckon.
This battle for the lead is intense with this 2 and the 20. Little contact on entrance. 2 drifts up. I think that was just to get a better entrance. Caution. Caution is out.
I think the 07 took out the 08 there.
So what does this do for strategy here now?
I actually think it's going to put it more of a fuel-saving strategy, as there's 27 to go. Okay. After this caution, it's going to put us at about 24 laps to go. That would be 2 pit stops where you'd have to save 2 laps of fuel each run, or you're making a or you're going to have to make a 3rd stop. Sorry, 1 pit stop where you save 2 laps per run, with a full deal, or you're going to have to make a second pit stop. Sorry, math is not my thing, and all I do is the points. So yeah, awesome.
Good thing you got a calculator for that one.
Yeah, facts. Good thing cell phones come with those.
You need Larry Mac.
All right, they're going to rack him and stack him here midway through stage 3. We've still got the 20 car leading. Whoever Disaster, the 2 Dash for Cash on his outside. The 51 of Acceptance has made his way back up there. I hope that lag issue's gotten fixed, or we're going to see a huge pile up here, guys. What do you think?
Oh, I definitely think it's gone away for now, and that's a good thing for him and for the rest of his field. Is these guys are going to take it down hot and heavy into turn 1.
Right side. Or so good. It's a clean restart there through 1 and 2. Everybody's giving away. A lot of room here. Ooh, 22 kind of sneaks up on the 2. Looks like they sorted out there. And you know, that outside lane, man, on restarts, it really is the preferred lane. If you can get some cars up there, you can make up a lot of ground.
Oh yeah, definitely on the exit of 2. That outside line is, I mean, the momentum that you carry is huge. As long as you, again with customs, as long as your gears keep you close to the leader on the inside, and they're not able to clear you and get back up in front of you, that outside line definitely carries a lot of momentum on restarts.
Yeah, last night I was definitely firsthand experiencing that on those restarts. You can go from like anywhere from 11th up to like 6th place, just running that restart on the outside, just diving it in high and just letting it arc through. Man, you can carry a ton of momentum through turns 1 and 2 and down that back straightaway.
You definitely gain a lot of spots here too, because you know the difficulties of coming off 2 yourself. I mean, so many drivers have difficulty coming off, especially when you're 2-3 wide. But being back there is not really such a bad thing as you watch the other cars wash away.
Also, guys, I want to correct something that I had mentioned earlier. I said I don't know why Dash is in the 2 car because Timac was signed to drive the 2 car. That is still accurate, but the Dash does drive the 2 in customs, and Timac drives the 2 in presets. So that's the correction to what I had said earlier.
Oh,
51's gonna get 3 wide.
Yeah, 51's gonna team up here with the 2 car to get that lead.
That is the 3 car team on the inside, the 2, the 51, and the 11. That is the NPP team in Custom Xfinity. They are the only team with 3 drivers simply because captains are allowed to pick their series. All other captains drive Cup. Pendle drives the Custom Xfinity series. $20 laps remaining.
Yeah, they're working good together on that bottom.
3 wide.
Ooh, Flirt catches the wall, goes shooting back down across everybody. Nobody collected. The 20 is now spinning down on the apron. Oh man, you hate to see that.
Great run.
Nico, we might have said the same thing at the exact same moment. That really does stink, though. That 20 car has been the class of the field all night. Same thing actually we'd seen happen in the preset. The 20 car at the top of the field, and unfortunately events caused both of them to lose their lead.
Is Puddle's a lap down? I'm guessing she is.
You know,
I would
these
assume.
guys all
I would assume.
battling. These guys all battling up front here.
I actually think that's a battle for position, you guys.
She.
With the caution,
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
the
She
caution,
spun out.
stuff
She spun
like
out prior to the caution. You're correct. Sorry about that. Go ahead, Noko.
Are you going to want to save fuel at this point, or are you going to want to try to go for the lead?
You know, it's really tricky if you're like Pendle. He might be in fuel conservation mode, but Dash for Cash and Acceptness, neither one have a win here in Giggity. Those 2 might be going all out. Just their, you know what I mean? The difference between veterans and rookie. This is their first time, you know, leading these races, and so they're trying to get that all notorious victory.
Right.
But the 11
I
car, I
last
definitely see saving fuel by following these guys and just riding around in the draft.
Right.
Plus,
Absolutely. I
the
know
team
last night
captain could be in there telling them to go.
Yep.
Just go.
Exactly. I know last night there was a few instances when I was actually downshifting and just dropping into neutral and trying to save some fuel there, but it was a chaotic race to say the least. So it was really kind of hard to focus on a strategy when you had so many things going on, so many moving parts going on at one time. So I can imagine, you know, some of these guys might be getting caught up in the heat of the moment, not paying attention to things. I know I've been guilty of that several times, not paying attention to fuel and stuff like that. So hopefully a lot of these guys, you know, are going to be mindful, got their strategy in place. Hunty had a phenomenal strategy in the preset race to finish second to Jake. I mean, it was so close. It was so close we didn't know what lap it was.
Yeah, that's facts. I had no idea what lap we were on. That is absolutely correct. Guys, I really like what I'm seeing actually out of this 23 Nuka Bob Quantum. I believe him to be the one car, him and Money Mike actually. I see those two as the guys that are probably saving fuel right now. I haven't seen damage to their car. I don't see any at all on this 23, but I see him running considerably slower than the rest of the field. Now, mind you, he was running up in the front pack top 5 prior, so he has a fast car. So something is either amiss horribly, or he is on the fuel saving strategy.
Right. And, you know, as a driver, sometimes you're not aware of what other drivers are doing on the track, mainly because A, they're not in the chat with you, and B, you really can't see what's going on out on the track. So, you know, I kind of wonder here if maybe some of these guys got the broadcast going and they can hear us if they know that, you know, those two cars back there are saving fuel at this point.
You know,
if they can save enough fuel.
Yeah, it still brings up a tricky situation because by saving fuel, you're running so much slower and you're losing so much time to the leaders that if you can, if you are one of the leaders, you actually want to put the fastest laps down you can and stretch that lead. The further the gap is between yourself and those guys is going to help you in the long run of making sure that their strategy does not work.
Right. But at the same time, if it comes down to it, and with these guys having a pit, and then maybe they do have to save at the end to make it, you know, just on one stop, you give all that track position back.
Oh, absolutely. 07 going through the grass as everybody's on pit lane. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Fortunate. For the guys that were on pit road, they were actually probably hoping for a caution at that point in time. As while you're already on pit road, you all know the little game glitch. You'd be able to come out and not have to pit, and then everybody else goes to pit lane. You're the leader.
That's a real life glitch too, just so you know.
Yeah. So it's documented here. The 20 pit a lap earlier than these guys. So he's gonna have to save a little bit more fuel than this pack that has come in here with Pendle and Dark Knight and D Smith.
What are you making to eat over there, Taddy?
How did you know I was making something to eat?
Oh, we can hear the plates and stuff in the background, man.
Actually, I'm ordering in from Back Alley Bakery, our sponsor of tonight's race.
Across the street from Girls is Trinity likes to put
I just want to give a quick shout out to Back Alley Bakery for all your feel good food needs. Back Alley Bakery is the main sponsor of the 1980 Series race. Back to the action, Jim. Tonight's telecast is also brought to you by Goodyear. More driven.
Oh god, this is good stuff right here. So, good races, good laughs, man. This is what it's all about. We come out here for this.
Looks like the Q car, he has a good gap right now on those other guys that pit. I'm not sure if they had trouble getting off pit road. I know it can be.
That was a glitch.
That was some lag there.
Yeah.
I know it can be hairy, man, coming off of the pits on that flat. And if you're not paying attention,
Sorry.
I've done it several times. I've looped it coming off of the pit, off of turn 2. So it's quite embarrassing, and it sucks.
Megan Skitty. I do have it on the 2 car though, so I'll be right back in there.
Yeah, looks like it's about 6/7 of a second right now. It's not quite, you're not quite close enough to get his draft, but it looks like he just blew turn 2, so now they're all over him. So right when I say that, I definitely jinxed the 2 car there. So they're Pendle
Welcome
and
to the
it looks like
broadcast
the 51, right? Pendle and the 51 are gonna be all over him here. So right now, this is your battle for the lead, but it's been documented earlier before they made pit stops. There was a few cars saving fuel. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys are going to have to make another pit stop or if they're going to be able to save enough fuel to make it the distance.
Yeah, guys. Unfortunately, I was not in there. Did you guys end up seeing when the 08 and the 23 pitted? Are they for sure on the fuel strategy?
It looks like the 08 is coming off the pits now.
I don't know.
So they should be good to go then.
I still think they're going to have to try to save throughout this cycle as well.
I think you're going to have to save at least 2. If you stayed out, if you ran 12 laps, you're going to have to save 12 laps.
Yeah, because I was definitely a 24 lap run. that they had since the last caution, so you are still going to have to save some fuel.
Looks like a lot of these guys are coming down for that money stop. It's that last stop of the race. Pit crews don't want to make any mistakes here on these stops. You don't want to speed going into the pits and take away your chances of winning that race.
So,
Yeah,
anybody
guys,
pitting now can make it, yeah. And Nuke Bob is on pit road.
Yeah, these leaders are going to have to pit.
I think only Money Mike and Nuka.
No, Nuka is coming off pit road right now. Nuke Bob just pit.
That's what I'm saying. Those are two that will make it.
Yeah, but that's his second stop, I think. I think he pit and then real quickly pitted again. I would imagine what he was doing there was he ran the fuel out, and then with only a lap or two on the tires, he's able to pit, take just enough fuel to make it to the end, and then get back out there without taking any tires in probably a 3-second stop.
I think that was his only stop so far, Taddy.
Was that his first one? Okay.
Yeah, that was his only stop. So he's good to go. But the rest of these leaders, they pit. It looked like they pit with about 13 laps to go. And
so
right now, I think we're at 8 laps to go now.
Yeah, so definitely watch that 23 car had possibly the race-winning strategy, as we seen the 98 did it in the preset race here just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, because Dark Knight, you guys only have 4 laps left in their tank, as Dark Knight is peeling off to pit again.
Yeah, see, the two to 51 and 11, those are your leaders, but these guys all have to make another stop. It looks like the guys behind them have already made their stop. So if you're the leader right now, when are you going to pit? I mean, you're already going to be at a disadvantage if these guys have already pit, but at the same time, do you want to come in and take a splash of fuel and maybe risk,
popping a tire?
Yeah.
That's I mean, you got to know by now the strategy that other people are on. You said it's hard to be able to see what other people are doing, but you can tell there is a little track map. You can be able to tell when people are on pit lane, so you got to know that somebody else just pitted. Boy, this is going to be an interesting one.
I myself, when I'm on the track, when pit cycles are going around, I'm always paying attention down in the pits to see if I can see how many cars are in the pits as I'm flying by on the front stretch. So, it's just something that I do that helps me, like, okay, we got a big group of cars that pit, maybe now I need a pit. It really helps me decide on what I want to do strategy-wise, especially if I'm the leader.
Yeah, and like you said... go ahead.
Or no. The 51
51 filled up.
Yeah, and to go with what you said, not only are you looking down to see how many are on pit road, but you're kind of seeing who the drivers are. There's only 12 out there, so you can kind of have a good mindset when you see a guy pit, and then who stayed out.
Looks like he's back under power now.
That's another risk that everyone takes when you're one of those guys that you pit early or you short pit. One of the most common issues that happen to people as the leaders come to pit road now, but one of the most common issues is you pit early, and then when somebody else goes to pit, they spin out and it causes that caution. If it's 2 laps after you've pit, you're probably going to be trapped a lap down.
2 and 11 did come down pit road.
They're coming down now, so this is the final stop. I think they might just take a splash and go here because they do know that other guys can't make it now from that earlier stop. So you want to try to you want to minimize the bleeding here and maybe not lose as much ground as you can on guys that have already pitted and can make it here at the end.
They're taking tires. This is a long pit stop here.
98 going into the pits now. 22 is gonna make it. Oh, okay, 22 barely made it in the pit. So 22, 98 are in there for their final stops. 2 cars coming out with the 11 of Pendle. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they cycle through with the 51. I can see the 51 coming right now through 1 and 2. I think the 51's gonna maybe pass these guys down the backstretch.
The 22 currently is still the leader on pit road. So the underdog teams have the lead, but again, they're on pit road. Just gave up the lead to the 42 of Deadpool.
So the 23 is the leader?
No, the 42 is the leader.
Oh, 42 is the leader.
How much should money might go post, guys? If you save fuel,
It looks like this 42 is in fuel conservation mode right now. Also on the front stretch, it looks like the 42 is going considerably slower than a lot of these other guys. So I wouldn't be shocked to see that he's on fuel saver mode as we have 4 laps to go. Leader just crossed for 3 to go.
This is going to be a close finish, guys. Depending on who's going to make it, who's not.
Yeah, right behind the leader we have the 07 of Monster Racing and the 20 of Flirt with Disaster. Flirt had that spin out earlier. We kind of stopped watching him, but maybe he went into fuel conservation mode himself.
He was actually in 12th.
Alright, so he did not go into fuel conservation mode. He's a lap down. As is Monster, so that is a battle for 11th. And now they're not a lap down. Well, the Flirt's not. 2 laps remain in this one.
42 and the 8 are definitely getting close to stretching the rest of this way.
The 08, yeah.
Yeah, the 08. It just sounds too much like the OHIO stuff that Pig used to do.
If you had the 08 and the 10 car on your team, you could do 08IO.
Oh man, that's what NRG and Pig need to do.
I'm riding along here with Dark Knight, or Deadpool, as he is going to be coming to the white flag this time by.
Alright, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Back Alley Bakery. Can Deadpool make it back around for that first Xfinity Series win for 4.5?
Or will his race win pool come up dead?
That was horrible.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was horrible.
That was trash.
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 Trash as hail.
I think the 42's got enough fuel, guys. As Money Mike is the only car that's close to him.
Yeah,
Both
if
these guys
Deadpool
come
runs
the
out, this
backstretch.
is Money Mike's race for sure. I'm 100% certain that the 08 saved enough. And what I mean by 100 is like 20%.
I think the 42 has enough to stretch it across the line, guys.
Looks like the 07 might be out.
Deadpool will bring the win.
Nice. Oh, nice energy.
42 and 808 are your top 2 here today.
Yeah, you hate to see that, but unfortunately for your 2, your 51, the 11, those cautions came out at a horrible time. That last caution coming out with about 24 to go is what brought that possible. The one prior had him at about 30. Just about the whole field probably could have saved that 1 lap, but having to save 4 laps is a huge task if you don't have the gearing.
It's not often you start on the pole and win the race here, so that was a great job by the 42 to pull it off, as Nuka is going to bring home 3rd, Dash for Cash is 4th.
So we had the fuel savers 1, 2, 3.
5th is No Shift, 6th is Trent.
I went blue screen. Sorry, I went blue screen while you were saying all that. Trying to get the top 2. You want to do the top 2? I think that's Money Mike's best finish in Xfinity. Hold on. Wait. Don't give out good info like that while I'm blue screen. They can't hear you. They can only hear me. I'm trying to find Deadpool. He's probably showing offline. Got him. Alright, they've been invited. Alright, we're go now. You can go ahead and say what you're going to say, Noko.
Yeah, I was actually in the garage area with Cola Motorsports and talking with the guys, and there's actually a huge announcement that's being made with major contract implications. And it looks like for the rest of season 4.5, Coco Money Mike's actually driving the 4 car in the Cup Series.
No kidding. Is that custom or preset?
I think that's going to be custom. So shout out to Coco. He's definitely deserved it. I know he's going to put the work in. He's a long-time driver of mine and always had a lot of faith in him and believed in his abilities. So definitely proud of him. And I think it was a good choice for him to be able to get that opportunity.
I like it. I'm away from the TV, so I can't tell if people are joining.
Oh, Money and Deadpool are both here.
All right.
It looks like we got our first and second place finishers here tonight. Deadpool, man, you did it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wait, are you set to always allow?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Man, so
Thank you.
walk us through that final stage there. How much fuel did you have to save?
Well, to go through the final stage, when we started the final stage, when we went, there was 23 laps to go. I knew in my head, all right, I've got to save at least 2.5 laps this run and 2.5 next run. Well, when I did the first fuel run, that stage, I managed to save about 3 laps of fuel, 3.5. So when I pitted, I was about 2.5 short, right at 2 laps short. So I had to save 2 laps of fuel on after that last pit stop, and I was thinking, okay, in my head, what did everybody else? How much did everybody save? And walking, through my head, I knew had the faster cars. I knew it was, I was racing with, so I had all these different things of caution come out again. All these different scenarios, and I was like, all right, stay cool, stay calm. And got through that, and I just started right out the gate. I mean, I just started saving little by little, and I was just praying I could make it. When I passed finish line, it was 0, but it did sputter, so I saved just enough to make it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I busted out in tears because this is a bittersweet. This is my first win first legit win in Giggity, and this is my going away party at the same time, so it's bittersweet.
Well, man, at least you'll be able to go out on top as a winner. Congratulations! It was a really good race. It looked like we had experienced a few mechanical failures with a couple drivers. We saw some lag out there tonight. I mean, walk us through how was stage 1 and 2? How was the car?
Oh, stage 1, the car was phenomenal. I just drove the wheels off of it in the first 2 laps, and then I was like, okay, this is, there's 17 laps, so I was like, all right, let's just ride. And then when we pitted, after that first run, we pitted and I stayed out a lap longer than they did, I think a lap longer than 1 and 2 the other gentleman, and I was like, okay, it's cool. Well, I ran them. I was like, I got enough tires, distance, run them down. I got to give a shout out to Dash for Cash and the other gentleman. I mean, that was some of the best racing for a stage 1 I've ever had. I mean, when Dash for Cash drove the car down in the bottom and it had 20 on the outside, I'm like, oh my lord, what are we going to do? I'm sitting here thinking, okay, cool, stay calm. Just the car was good, great competitive racing, and heck of a field tonight. There was people that struggled. Sorry for the gentleman that lagged out. Sorry for the people that were having an issue tonight. A few that I saw that were really good drivers that just didn't have their cars on the The second stage, same thing. I think the second stage I stayed out, getting a lap too short. But I was testing waters with fuel, trying to get a gauge on that last stage. That's the reason why I was staying out and driving as far to see what I had to do. Hats off to everybody that came tonight, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we definitely talked about it. I think it was in stage 3. Talked about the differences between some of the rookie drivers and the guys, the veteran drivers, the guys that are more fuel saving savvy. It definitely showed through tonight. Auto Club. It's definitely one of those tracks, man. If you get those long green runs, it definitely comes down to fuel mileage. It's a lot like Michigan. But hats off to you, man. Great win. Good job.
And I want to give a shout out to you, Noco, for all those years we ran Auto Club together. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Fluffy. I'm not sure how we did in the Pro League tonight, and to everybody that stood behind me and helped.
Don't forget your captain.
Oh, of course, RKM, one of my closest friends, and all my teammates, Ed and all them guys, for having my back, keeping my head, telling me to keep my head up through my hardest times.
Awesome,
and everybody,
man, yeah.
it's you, K-Taddy. Thank you for everything, and that's been a one heck of a ride, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, they definitely appreciate it, man, and I know that those are really cool things to say about all of us. I appreciate it. You did do a lot of work on Auto Club. It's well known that is definitely one of my tracks, so I appreciate it, man. It means a lot coming from you, and I can't wait to see you out there on the track in other league races and maybe in public lobbies. So congratulations for Team Canucks. Good job.
Thank you, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Deadpool.
Hey, before we get to Money Mike, I got a blue screen real quick. The third, what? doing it right now. That's why I had the blue screen. Let me get back to the screen. All right, you're good to go.
Okay. Money.
What's up?
Super proud of you, man. You know that this is a track that I love seeing you guys do good at. You definitely had a good strategy tonight. It wasn't quite the winning strategy, but man, to come home second tonight, it's the improvement that you made since you joined the league. I'm super proud of you. I know Cola's super proud of you. I mean, I had a big hand in it, so I'm extremely proud of you. But man, walk us through the race. How was it out there? I know we saw you in super stage 1 or 2. Looked like you got caught up in an accident there, and it looked like you were just riding around there.
Yeah, stage 2 first lap. Got turned around, had like 70% front end damage with aero. So I was just trying to survive, and I was trying to be the first lucky dog, and that's all I could do there, just get out of everybody's way and try to do my best. And then stage 3, I had to go visit back alley bakeries and get something strategy going, and we just I mean, I was wanting to save on the first 2 laps of the stage so I could run hard the rest if it went green. But those cautions came out, and then I just didn't want to get no more damage. So after that last caution, I seen Bob Quantum, Mr. Randy himself. I seen him falling back, and I kind of knew what he was going to do. So I was like, okay, I'm going to play with you on that one. And I don't know, I actually saved one too many laps, and that ended up being the win because I was catching Deadpool, and when I went hard on it, I was 7 seconds behind, and I finished the race right at 2 seconds behind, so I saved a little too much, but hey, I just drove 600 miles from New Orleans to get home, and I missed qualifying, so I started dead last, and I'm just happy to get top 2,
It was a heck of an effort, man. I'm super proud of you. I know Cola and all your teammates are super proud of you. But not only did you have to save fuel driving home, but you saved fuel in the race tonight too. Because it was well documented in the chats earlier that you were actually in fuel conservation mode on the highway, trying to get to the garage and get in your car for tonight's event.
Yeah, I had 40 miles of fuel at 70 miles to go, so I had to hurry up and quickly get about $10 to $12 of gas, and just a splash and go. And
that's awesome, man. Congratulations. That second place finish, man, was definitely brought to you by Back Alley Bakery tonight, Coco, and in the 08 Panini car. We also got big news coming out of Cola Camp. It's been well documented now, and it's out there in the whole Giggity Racing League community that you're going to be driving the 4 car in the Custom Cup Series.
Yeah, my boy Harvickster at Haas Racing, Mr. Cola, all of them, they said, let's see what you got. So I'm just going to try to put in the work. I ain't expecting to get no wins, no top 5s. I'm just expecting to race clean and show everybody, you don't have to be the fastest to be respected. Huh?
Yeah,
is it custom or default?
Yeah,
custom,
you're doing the custom. You are doing the custom. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Also interesting that you said clean racing in that series. No, man, honestly, that's a huge honor, man. That's awesome that you're getting to go up there. Real quick, one thing I wanted to bring up. You had mentioned that you were kind of just riding around, stopping at Back Alley Bakery and all that. Noko also mentioned that he had a huge part of teaching you some of the stuff that you know. So basically what I'm hearing in the last 2.5 seasons you've been running with Noko, he taught you how to ride around?
Yeah, he taught me a lot.
I'm just messing with you, man. Absolutely, congratulations.
That truck race at Phoenix, the championship race, that was 100% Noko strategy, and I've outworked there too, and that was fuel saving.
Yeah, I was just kidding, man. Honestly, congratulations. That's really awesome that you got to move up. I couldn't, if I were to pick somebody myself, I don't think I could pick a more deserving driver. So, congratulations, man.
Thank you guys. I just appreciate everything, all you guys do. Cola, Noko, you, K-Taddy, run a good league, man. I'm proud to say I run for Giggity Racing League. I promote it as much as I can. I got my family members and friends that watch, so shout out to them if they're watching now.
Hi, Dad.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing you in that cup garage. That's what I'm looking forward to that.
You can drive the number 4, just don't park and stall 4.
Yeah, don't park and stall 4. That's my stall.
Yeah.
Don't be a towel.
Yeah.
You're a cow.
Did Nuka Bob end up joining us?
Yeah, he is in here.
He has been here.
Hey,
All
what's
right.
going on, guys?
Nuka, you're doing great. So go ahead. Nuka, you're on Always Allow, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
So, Nuka, man, top 3 finish tonight. It looked like it was clear after those cautions in stage 3. We knew it was going to come down to maybe one, 2, 3, maybe even 4 cars that were saving fuel. We weren't quite sure where everybody was at as far as the track position goes, but once we found out the 42 is leading, I mean, walk us through that final stage.
Man, I mean, first off, before I say anything, I just want to say congrats to Money Mike and Deadpool. That was a hell of a race there. Good drive from Money Mike. He really deserves it. Same with Deadpool. But, right off the bat, me and Money Mike started saving. And also Deadpool started saving because I think he got into a little incident. He dropped back, started saving. It was down to one of us, so I don't know, I was sitting on the edge of my seat, barely got it at the end, but it's something I do, you know, like save a lot of fuel. People probably don't like me for that, it's alright. But I'm just happy to get my back alley bakery 23 into the top 3 here tonight, so yeah.
That's a sponsorship fine.
I can tell you I do not like you at Charlotte when you took that 600 win away from me. With fuel saving, so I definitely don't like it, so I'm definitely on the screw Nuka Bob fuel saving strategy bandwagon.
That's coming from your captain.
Yeah, and that's also sponsored by Back Alley Bakery for all your feel good food needs. Back Alley Bakery.
You need to try this Back Alley Bakery.
It's really good, man. It's right across the street from Girls.
Can't miss it. Can't miss it.
But yeah, I mean, it was an awesome race for the most part. We saw a couple cars in stage 1 and 2 have issues there with lag. What was your perspective on that?
I mean, you know, I saw that 51 start to lag. And me, Dark Knight, Trinity, and the 07 kind of fell back a little bit, and the 07 went around him, and he caught the lag monster right there, and he took it hard, so I was reluctant to go by him, same with the 22 and the 5, but we ended up doing it. I don't know, it worked out. It was scary, brown trouser moment for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely hairy when you're racing around somebody that's lagging. But man, great job. Top 3 finish tonight. Unfortunately, you didn't have your teammate tonight. He was unable to make it to the track. I think he got lost in the Bermuda Triangle somewhere. So
Canada.
Hopefully we'll get him found.
Yeah, we'll find him.
Yeah, we'll find him sometime soon. But good job tonight. Great effort. Top 3. Money Mike, congratulations. And of course, Deadpool, if you're still watching the broadcast, man, congratulations on that first win. And basically your swan song win, because apparently he's not going to be around anymore. So congrats.
Yeah, he's taking a break till Heat 5.
Right. You know, for all of us here at Diggity Racing League, we've had a really good season, 4.5 so far, and there's going to be much more to come. Tune in next Monday, I believe, as we're going to be going to Talladega.
We got tomorrow night development.
I'll say we got development.
Oh, we do. We have developmental tomorrow night. That's going to be Auto Club?
Auto Club 4 times wearing the cup cars for our development series. So guys trying to prove their deservingness into a team. We had some spots open up this week all throughout all teams. And so there's definitely some people looking at getting signed. So those guys are going to be racing hard to show what they got.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this 4.5 develops, because I know there's definitely, I can't say there's no safe seats. There's definitely guys that are pretty much locked in their respective rides, but I know there's other guys that are maybe a little worried that they might get moved down or moved around. So make no mistake, I know the captains are going to make the best decision they possibly can to put the best guys in the right positions to make sure the racing stays at its finest. But for all of us at Giggity Racing League, Kid Taddy, our CEO, all of our broadcasters, Puddin', everybody that watches, you guys have a good night. And on 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.
You're a towel.
Bye.